Step one to making chicken lollipops, you guessed it, we need to make them look like lollipops, obviously. We're gonna take one of our chicken drums, we're gonna put it on our cutting board. These chicken drumsticks have been brined for 2 hours in a saltwater solution. It's in the description section below if you wanna check out the recipe for that brine. All we need to do is take a sharp knife. You don't wanna use your good knife for this, guys. This is gonna dull out your knife really quickly, so make sure you have a sharpener, make sure you have some cheap steel, because we're gonna cut right where this meat starts to end on this chicken drumstick. We're gonna make a line right here, and we're just cutting through a lot of tendons. We're running our knife along the bone, and that's why you want a cheaper knife, because you're gonna dull out your knife really quickly. So we're just moving the chicken drumstick in a circle as we cut through all those tendons. And now we're gonna take some paper towel. Paper towel is very versatile. In the same way that you would use it to rip some membrane off of some ribs, for example, you can use it to take this off. So if you look at the knuckle of the chicken drumstick here, you can see that it's facing forward. That's kind of like the kneecap for the chicken. So we want to put our paper towel here, and we're just gonna push it like this. And then you can see my thumb is right there, and it's still got a lot of resistance. So we're gonna use that knuckle as leverage and go backwards and separate it, just like that. The second step is to remove this pointy little bone right here. So what we do is we find where it hits the main bone and we just move it along until it cracks. Then we want to very carefully insert our knife here, and this is what I like to do. But what you can do is you can just remove this bone right now and just leave it at that. But I like to go a step further and remove this whole tendon and bone that is in this chicken drumstick. So I just go down until I find where it meets resistance. And then I go to the other side, and you can see there's a little piece stuck to the bone. And what you can do is you can just cut this off. And in most cases, you can just use your paper towel, grab onto it, and you can start pulling it out. There we go. So now you can see that I pulled out this entire bone that was stuck inside of that chicken drumstick, and it's very pointy, so it's good to get rid of this thing. Now our chicken lollipop is shaping up. You can see that it has its lollipop shape. What you want to do now is just move the skin down like this. You can pull down to move the meat even further down the bone, and then just lightly grasp and pull that skin over top of all that meat to make sure it's nice and covered. If you want to, you can also start trimming up some of this extra tendon. It's really up to you how detailed you want to get. I think that's fine for me. As you can see on all these chicken lollipops that I've done before, there's still some tendons and meat stuck to the bottom of the bone. I'm not too worried about it though, because this isn't a competition. I'm just cooking for my family, but you can get as detailed as you want. Now moving on to step number 2, we're gonna apply our rub. The rub recipe is in the description section below for you guys, as always. All we're doing is applying a little bit of rub at a high altitude, so we're getting an even coating. We're just going over our chicken lollipops nice and evenly. And then we'll individually turn them all around and we'll give them another pass. Tell you what, guys, these chicken lollipops are awesome. They taste really good. They remove a lot of the tendons and bones that make chicken drumsticks kind of tough to eat, and it's why some people don't like them too much. So this is a good way to make chicken drumsticks accessible to everyone. The kids also love it because it's shaped like a lollipop and it looks super cool and they've never had it before. So really recommend trying this out. It's a cool way to cook chicken. If you've done everything with chicken and there's nothing left to do, well, you'd be surprised. Step number 3, I'm gonna smoke these on my Masterbuilt electric smoker. You can smoke it on whatever you have, whether that's a pellet grill, maybe you have an offset smoker, doesn't matter. We're going at 275 degrees Fahrenheit today, and I am using some maple bourbon wood chips, which are gonna give these chicken lollipops an awesome smoky flavor. Now smoke the lollipop chicken for 1.5 to 2 hours, or until the internal temperature comes up to 165 degrees Fahrenheit. After you've hit that point, you can open up the Masterbuilt electric smoker and you want to have your sauce ready. So preheat some sauce on the stove and then just dip each drumstick into the sauce, making sure you coat everything evenly. put them back in the smoker to set up the sauce for about 15 minutes until it's sticky, and then these lollipop chicken drumsticks are ready to go. Man, these are looking good, and I'm excited to test out my new cutting board. I made this myself. I call it my bark board, and I made it out of an old stump from a Douglas fir tree. Put some cutting board oil on it. I used some shellac to finish the bark, so I'm really excited about using this. But right now, let's take a bite into one of these lollipop chickens because these look awesome. But before I do that, guys, I'm gonna link some more videos in the top left and right that are going to link to some more chicken videos that are awesome that I've done in the past. So check those out if you're looking for some more awesome chicken videos. So let's take a bite of this and see where we're at here. That's good. You know, this is such an easy way to eat chicken. Usually when you get a chicken drumstick, you take a bite into it, and then you take another bite into it. It's like eating a corn on the cob. But this is just like a succulent piece of meat that you can just take off almost in one bite if you wanted to. This is so good. Super smoky, very sweet from that barbecue sauce. This is awesome, guys. You gotta try it. All right, guys, I'll catch you in one of the next 2 videos. Be sure you click on either this one or this one, and I'll see you in the next video.